Let's just do a quick check. 1, 2, check 1, 2. La, 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 la.
One time when I was a child, my urine smelled like marshmallows for a month. Is that a good enough test? Is that okay?
Is that the whole story? Like,
yeah, it's pretty much all it is. Yeah, I just I'm standing at the toilet and like, oh, campfire.
I remember the first time I peed after I had asparagus, I thought I was dying. I thought there was something. I ran to my mom and I'm like, I think my kidneys are melting.
My grandma made me eat beets once without telling me that it turns my piss red. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
That was not a good time.
I have a fucking story for you, but it's definitely
is this the intro?
It's a quick story. So, do you remember, like, the iced tea, like the Crystal Light iced tea?
Yeah, you put it in the water?
Yeah. So, I used to love that as a kid. Loved it. And I still do. I think it's really nice. But, it had an adverse effect on my body, specifically the red flavor. So, every time I had to, take a poo, yeah, the dye in the red flavor would come out in my shit. So, naturally, I thought I was bleeding from the anus. And so did my mom. And this is when I was a child. We went to 4 doctors. Who couldn't figure it out.
I am making it my mission to have you say this in a podcast.
Before one day, a doctor was just like, what's the last time thing you had to drink? My mom's like, this Crystal Light iced tea, and the doctor's like, none of that shit. None of that. And sure enough, my asshole stopped bleeding.
I would piss myself if the doctor had been like, when's the last time you had Crystal Lights?
And that is my Crystal Light story.
This story put me exactly in the mindset that I need to be for the rest of this episode. Holy shit. What did the first 3 doctors say? Your son's dying.
Your son is dying from an illness we have no idea how to diagnose.
Oh my god. His anus is bleeding, but he hasn't lost any blood.
Is your son a witch?
I be the witch of the wood. Lay the logs. That honestly might be my new opener at parties. My friend drank so much Crystal Light and shit turned red. I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. They'll be like, what? And they'll be immediately hooked.
Oh, man, just call me after that.
Oh, my God. I'll be like, no, here you are. He wants to talk to you.
Hi, I'm the red shit guy.
I'm deceived. I'm deceived. I've ascended to another plane. Okay, let's talk about Dragon Ball Z.
They're like my favorite podcast to listen to.
Get a sound shot.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're laughing all over this thing.
Dude, I love them.
Here we go! It's the Tryforce.
Oh, man. So, you know what we got to do now?
What do we got to do now?
We got to pop in to my HD TV, my DBZ DVDs, into my HD TV DVD.
Just make sure your HDMI is connected. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Did your channel take AV?
Absolutely.
So you can watch DBZ and
CDs
AV?
1, 2, or 3.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about box sets earlier.
Absolutely.
And you definitely have a lot of DBZ.
I do.
Box sets.
I'm missing like 3 of them, I think.
Wild.
I remember my parents got me for Christmas one year. They got me season 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
Which is cool. Love those. My absolute favorite seasons of DBZ.
So you would likely have season 2 on DVD then.
I do. Yes. Okay. I do not have season 1.
Really?
Which is,
all right. I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's what we're talking about today. I know you thought that we would be finished, but we are not resting until we just recap every single part of TVC.
Man, I really want to do this because I did this once for a college radio show, and me and my old co-host went together and we did 13 fucking episodes of Dragon Ball Z on live radio, like FCC regulated radio.
People paid
and
for that.
Like people who had no idea what Dragon Ball Z was like, I cannot understand a goddamn word they're saying, but I'm so into it.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do.
That's exactly it. And now we're not bound by the laws of the FCC.
We can say whatever we want.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, when you said that 13 episodes, I'm like, I really want to do this in less than 13 episodes, but I also really don't.
I know, because there's so much fucking fun.
There's so much fun, truly, but there's also so much content.
There's so much. And like, you watch these DVDs, and you watch the DVDs, or if you have a Funimation subscription, you can watch it on Funimation. You just realize how much they cut out.
Shameless plug for Funimation.
I'm not paid. Funimation, though, I have 3 whole hours. You hear that? It's $3. Listen to that, $3. If you have like Funimation or you go online, you can see the actual episodes as they were intended to air. They're dubbed, like they're dubbed as the full episodes, and they were cut down for TV.
Funimation or Ocean Dub?
Yes.
Oh,
they were both cut down because the episodes are about 24 minutes long. So, which, didn't really jive with the commercial prime time of our
gotta love capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. So,
okay. Well, let's get rocking and rolling on season 2 then.
Absolutely. And what a season it was.
Yeah. So last time we left off, we had Rain with us, who unfortunately cannot join us to play the title game. So I think we're going to flip this on its head. And what we're going to do is, since you're already watching season 2 right now.
Yes. I will tell you exactly which episode I'm up to in a bit.
Okay, cool. Because so past that episode, you're going to play the title game.
Yes.
And but it's going to be different. Whereas Rain has to explain what's happening in the episode, I want you to just go off the rails and tell me just the most ridiculous explanations.
My regular absurdist content.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So last time, if you didn't watch the last part of season 1, Goku's on bed rest after his big battle, and Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma are chilling in space trying to go to planet Namek. They go into like a trap-filled ship, and they see this giant table of food, and they get kidnapped by children with guns.
God, I cannot wait to talk about something specifically.
Right.
Because I was listening to the last episode of Dragon Ball Z. On the last episode that we did of Dragon
Ball Z.
Then when Rain was like, because Goku would be put in a fucking mental institution.
Probably.
That killed me last episode. And then guess what? In this season, Master Roshi comes in to tell Goku what the hell's going on with Bulma and, her ship and, on planet Namek. And the doctor and the nurse are just in the room. So, like, the nurse and the doctor are just sitting there listening to this explanation. The nurse is pointing at Goku like, are you listening to this shit? And the doctor turns her away and goes, nope, no,
yeah,
no.
Yeah,
just
I bet.
like, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I was like, wow, they really dead ass think he's insane. And I think that's incredible. And then Yajirobe brings some fucking sensu beans, and the doctor's like, no foreign food, please.
None of this Eastern medicine. All right. So let's get rocking and rolling with episode 40.
Yes.
Which is the first episode of season 1. First original air date was in March 14th, 1990. So, pretty wild.
That hurts.
And then the English air date was 97, and then the redub is in 2005. So, first episode, Ocean dub title. So Funimation title is Friends or Foes, Held Captive. And the Ocean dub title is Honest to Goodness, There Lies Namek, Planet of Hope.
Oh, a little rough on that first entry.
Yeah, pretty crazy, but whatever. It's par for the course at this point.
That'll make sense a little later.
All right. So Gohan and the others are captured by a band of space pirates. So these space pirates are these children with guns. We didn't know what was good with these children with guns until the first episode of season 2. Turns out they're space pirates who think they are lackeys of a villain named Frieza. Dun dun dun. Who sends some of his forces to take over their planet long ago. Suddenly the it says station here, but I'm gonna just, for the folks at home, the ship that they're on heads into an asteroid field. Very Star Wars. And Bulma runs toward the cockpit. She pushes the pilot out of the way and guides the ship out of the asteroid safely.
Can you imagine just like being the pilot of a spaceship? It's like someone that you just met that thinks you're here to destroy all of them is just like, you know what, move over, I'm driving. Like,
I would imagine, like, since they're all children, like the pilot is also probably a child.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, I trust Bulma over some idiot kid. And
yeah, you would, because you're an adult.
I'm a reasonably thinking human being. But she does it. She guides them out of the asteroid safely. And after realizing that they did this completely prompted, after they had probably tried to take them captive and probably said some crazy stuff and, brandished Uzis at them, the pirates realize that they're not enemies. Let Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma go. That's it. That's the whole episode. The whole episode is this 3-act structure of get kidnapped by kids, asteroid field. No longer enemy of children. So they're starting off strong, I think. I really think that this is probably, not unfamiliar story beats for Dragon Ball Z. It's not they kind of have to start off soft. I don't think that they have to, they're like, oh, hey, remember those kids? Here's the end of that story. All right. Episode 41. There's not really much to talk about with episode 40, so I feel like we can move on, unless you want to chew on it a little bit more.
No, I mean, it was a very strange episode.
I found lights from the TP link.
Shut up, Alexa. Stop it.
Oh, Alexa, with the guest.
Absolutely.
With the guest spot. Amazon, give us some of your many amounts of money.
Yeah, right.
Okay, episode 41. The Funimation title is Look Out Below, and the Ocean dub title is Kind-Hearted Aliens. There's the 6-star ball already.
Oh yeah, I remember this episode. So this was really fun because I remember this being one of the funniest episodes of the Abridged series that I've ever watched. It was like they were like the German, like they were like the Namekian versions of Gaz and Mez.
Oh yeah,
it's like oh yeah, we'll help you find some ball dragons, Dragon Balls. Yeah, that one. Like those were my fucking favorites.
Love that.
So Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan go to Planet Namek.
It's true.
Air quotes. So they go to Namek. And they meet these 2 Namekians. Do you have their names there?
It just says 2 Namekians here.
Okay,
and they nurse them back to health after that crash landing.
I fucking remember their names. It's
obviously,
so weird.
Wikipedia doesn't give a shit, so
yeah,
I don't think we should either.
They're definitely very tertiary characters, so don't even worry about it. So you see these 2 Namekians, and they take Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma on these crazy like Dragon Ball-esque adventures to find all the Dragon Balls. And, they're the Earth-sized Dragon Balls. There's only, there's the 7 of them. But then around, like, Dragon Ball number 6, things start to get a little fishy. Like, Bulma starts to notice shit out of place, and Krillin's like, we've been here before. Like, this is not new. So, they go down into these caves and they see these like cave drawings of these ancient monsters, and that's the thing that happens.
Okay.
So they go down in the cave and they find the Dragon Ball and they find these cave drawings, and then Krillin's like, oh, these must be the ancient Namekians. And then like the 2 guys trying to fool them is like, yeah, no 2 Nameks look alike. And then,
shit. So the 2 Namekians are dirty? They're not good?
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not. So what happens is they get quote unquote all the Dragon Balls, and once they're all together and they get back to their ship, like, now keep in mind the whole time they're there, the 2 Namekians quote unquote are repairing Bulma, Gohan and Krillin's ship.
Repairing.
Yeah, no, they're actually repairing it.
Oh, okay.
So, because they intend to hijack it and get off the planet that they're currently on.
Okay.
Because the planet that they're currently on is like a waste world. You know, it's just a terrible, terrible place to be. You know, there's giant monsters everywhere. There's barely any drinkable water. It's like, they called it the armpit of the universe.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I mean, there's worse things it could be called. You know, the armpit is definitely not. It's not
the best place to be.
It's not a great place, but there's worse places.
It's not the butthole of the
It's
universe.
definitely not the asshole.
It's not the taint of the universe.
It is definitely not the fleshy fun bridge of the universe.
Okay. Well, in trying to recap this, you went on to episode like 43. So, for the folks at home, the Namekians obviously helped them try to search for the Dragon Balls. Episode 42.
This is why Zach and Rain do the research.
As they continue their search for the Dragon Balls, episode 42 is the hunt for a Dragon Ball. The search continues, or Planet Frieza number 79. Vegeta recovers.
What?
I don't know. Planet Frieza number 79.
Oh yeah.
I broke my little bottle of. Okay.
I started killing every Saiyan inside.
As they continue their search for the Dragon Balls with the Namekians' help, they get closer to attaining all 7. Back on Earth, Goku escapes from the hospital and begins training.
Yes, he whole ass does. And so Yajirobe brings him a bag of sensu beans and gives him one that against the doctor's orders. So what he does is
Punch a nurse and just jump out the window.
essentially what he does is like the doctor is just talking and the nurse is just talking, completely ignores them, is having a whole conversation with Master Roshi. As the doctor is like trying to get a hold of him, like he's just pushing the doctor back, like totally neglecting his entire existence. Gets on the windowsill and says, all right, so I'm going to go help them out. Calls out to his flying cloud friend.
Oh, Flying Nimbus!
Flying Nimbus. But, like, imagine that from the doctor's perspective. So, jumps out the fucking window and rides away on a cloud fully healed.
I'd turn in my medical license the next day. I'd be like, there's no other reason for me to be here.
Yeah, man. So, that's how that went. That's how that shook down.
It's pretty wild. And talking about doctors, at the same time, Vegeta, who Goku let go in like the tail end of season 1, he had him beat, and Goku's like, nah, let him go. So Vegeta gets back to his home planet, and doctors start working on him. That's what it says here. So like,
yeah. So he goes into like, you know, the stereotypical Dragon Ball Z fucking healing tank.
Yeah, with the mask and stuff. Wear a mask, by the way.
Fluids. Please wear a damn mask.
Wear a mask, even if you aren't in healing fluids.
Listen, man, I've been doing a job. I just got a new job, and that's why we didn't do a podcast last week. So
also, we just got hit with a tropical storm yesterday.
Fucking did, so that's totally fine.
Colton is actually letting me stay in the studio because I do not have electricity.
It's totally fine, man. You're Mikasa es Sukasa. So like I've been wearing a mask for 8 hours straight, all day, every day, and it's not difficult.
No.
It's not difficult at
No, it
all,
isn't.
so just wear your goddamn mask. We're the only country in the world with this problem. Again. So, anyway.
You know what isn't easy is learning that you aren't on the planet that you are on.
Yeah, that's definitely
Because
not easy. If I woke up on fucking Namek, I'd be like, yo.
Because, if I woke up on Jupiter, I'd just be like,
It's hard to breathe.
it's me dying. So, episode 43 is Who's Who or a Friendly Surprise. Sorry? maybe
That was a
there'll
surprise. That was a
maybe
funny
there'll be one
surprise.
podcast. Maybe one. So Gohan. Oh, and right. So the Ocean dub title for 43 is The Dragon Balls Are All Found. Piccolo-san will also come back to life. It's like, thanks for the update. Like, I appreciate that. At the very least.
Hold on, take a pause.
Yeah, that is a spider. 100%. There's a spider in the studio. Hang on, let me just like Donkey Kong this. Hold on. Got him. Fucking got him.
Did you get him?
I did. I got him. I'm looking at him on my flip flop right now. Got him.
Good. Okay, cool.
Motherfucker's dead.
Wow.
Cool. Leave this in.
All right, so don't take a pause. I
Cool.
guess.
Love that.
For all you aspiring podcasts out there, that's how to make a note.
Kill a spider on podcast, otherwise you're not real. Episode 43. The Dragon Balls are all found. Piccolo-san will also come back to life, which is... Seems like his name isn't even mentioned in...
Not true yet.
It's not even mentioned in the recap, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Ocean Dub, do better. So Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma are one Dragon Ball away from making their wish. So
I feel like, by the way, before we continue with that,
Okay.
I feel like the Ocean Dubs just kind of named their episodes the way, like, you know when you go on Pornhub and they have, like, flashes
okay,
of the
we're doing this.
episode? Yeah,
All right.
definitely, because
Got
we're
it.
fucking adults.
okay,
So,
we're consenting males of a certain age.
like, when you go on and, like, you just see, like, parts of the video.
Oh, like the ads?
Flashes of the video.
Like the ads?
No, like you hover over a video
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
shows you like, it gives you like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, like all that.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I feel like they did that for these episodes and then made the title based on what they saw in that.
If Pornhub is better at titling their episodes, I don't have much faith for you. All right, so Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma are one Dragon Ball away from making their wish. So if you collect all the Dragon Balls, for those of you that are listening, you get to make a wish. This is the Namek Dragon Balls as well.
Yes.
Or Namek in air quotes. So they get to make 3?
Yes,
right?
they do.
With the Namekian Dragon?
Did we get to Planet Namek yet? Like actual
Not
Planet
yet.
Namek? Okay, so we're still on fake Namek, and so
Spoilers.
yeah, well, it's not really much a spoiler for long because in this episode, I believe we do see the transformation. Oh, pardon me, of the two Namekians, quote unquote, into these like weird like bug crab creatures.
Okay. Par for the course.
And yeah, so they reveal themselves as shapeshifters, and they reveal that they have been, you know, projecting an illusion of Namek and what they think Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan are after because they had read Bulma's mind while they were all unconscious. I know it's hard to follow.
Yeah. That's actually episode 44. I'm sorry, continue.
Okay. So, why
There's a lot of context.
don't you give me a lot of episode 43 then?
Okay. But during their search for the 7th Dragon Ball, the two Namekians reveal that they are not Namekians at all. In fact, that they're not even on Namek. So that's where we leave the quote-unquote Namekian conflict. However, meanwhile, Vegeta learns that Frieza has traveled to Namek to gather the Dragon Balls. Not wanting to be beaten to the punch, Vegeta immediately blasts off for Namek. So, episode 44, as we were just told, touchdown on Namek, or Brood of Evil, or a tough new enemy, Frieza, Emperor of the Universe. Frieza is actually misspelled in this. I just want you to
Is it Freeza?
you give the man a prize.
Yeah!
So, the two quote-unquote Namekians reveal that they've been stuck on this planet since their ship broke down and they've been planning to steal Bulma's ship. That's why they were repairing it to dip, as you told us earlier. They read their minds after her ship crashed, so they projected images of Namekians over their true forms. Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin, however, are able to escape the clutches of the two aliens and continue their trip to Namek. After the long journey, so they make it, Gohan and the others celebrate their arrival on Namek, but their party is cut short by the arrival of Vegeta. However, not even their worst problem, because Frieza also shows up on Namek. So that's 44.
Because of fucking course he does. Why wouldn't he?
Right. Do you want to go ahead and tell us about episode 45 before we start? Or should I, like, do my fucking job? It's very late. It's very late.
Violently sobbing.
Yeah. We spent a little bit too long in that Dairy Queen.
Oh,
We spent a little
God.
bit too long in that Dairy Queen drive-through line.
Yeah, I was about to, like, I felt like that episode of The Golden Girls. It's like, where are you going? I'm out to get ice cream or commit a felony. I'll decide on the way.
Literally, we decided in the car that we were going to kill the
literally-
people in front of us. Okay, so episode 45, Face Off on Namek, or Frieza Strikes, or Vegeta's Ambition. I am the greatest warrior in the universe.
Are you?
I don't know. Is he? Like, is that
I
considered?
don't think so, because, you know, he spends quite a lot of the episode trying to not be around Frieza for the exact reason of how much of a danger he poses to his, you know, the thing that he does with his mouth, where you inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide.
All right.
Yeah, that's a threat to that process. So.
That whole living nonsense. Okay. So Frieza and his henchmen are already in possession of 4 Dragon Balls. So they're like basically halfway there before anybody even starts this bitch. Frieza has learned of Vegeta's arrival, so he sends one of his henchmen, correct me if I mispronounce this, Kui? It's C-U-I.
I heard it pronounced in the show as Kui.
Kui. Okay, so he sends one of his henchmen, Kui, after
Otherwise
him.
known as fucking Octillery from the Pokemon series.
Wow.
Like, yeah, man. Am I wrong?
You just did that. Holy shit.
I was like, holy
Game
shit.
Freak is going to demonetize us right now.
They don't own us, bitch.
Meanwhile, Gohan and Krillin sees two of Frieza's henchmen looking for the Dragon Balls, but they get beat up easily. No shit. Kui begins that he is believes that he is stronger than Vegeta, jokes, but hasn't calculated Vegeta's power after his time on Earth. The two engage in battle, but Kui is destroyed effortlessly.
And I also really love how basically all the Frieza henchmen have the same voice. Which is,
Do they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Vegeta, you'll never defeat Frieza.
Like that voice, you know, just the...
I'm Kui. I'm more powerful than you. I've always been.
Like, ow, that hurts. But you know what I mean? It's just that same fucking voice all the time. And either that or it's just Dodoria, who's just like, yeah, I'm Dodoria.
Dodoria. God.
Just a fucking koosh ball with legs. But
How dare you remind me of those?
oh man.
I wish it was the late 90s still.
And then Zarbon, the living embodiment of trollandtoad.com. But like...
Oh, you're gonna need to stop. You better stop. Okay.
Am I wrong?
Alright, episode 46. The Ruthless Frieza, aka Defying Orders, or Goku's Power Unleashed. 6 days to the far end of the galaxy.
Alright, that's kind of...
Whatever.
That's a...
Around the world in 6 days. With Bulma safely hiding in a cave, Gohan and Krillin fly to the nearby Namek village to investigate. Crouching behind a rock, they see Frieza and his henchmen trying to steal the 5th Dragon Ball. However, back on Earth, Master Roshi tells Goku everything that happened on Namek and asks for Goku's help, but he is still not healed yet. Yajirobe arrives with a bag of senzu beans for Goku. Now that he's healed, he flies to Capsule Corp, where Dr. Brief... So...
Man, did I skip a whole ass 6 episodes?
6 episodes.
Okay.
6 episodes, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Right. No, that's generally your thought process in a nutshell. So Yajirobe arrives with a bag of senzu beans. Now that Goku is healed, he flies to Capsule Corp, where Dr. Brief has made a replica of his spaceship. So Dr. Brief is Bulma's dad.
Yeah.
So Dr. Brief, and isn't his... They're like all underwear puns, right?
Yeah.
This Dr. Brief, but they're making her Bulma Brief or Bulma Briefs. I've seen it done both ways. And then her mom is named something like
I don't look it
Panties or some shit. Like I don't know. It's like along those lines. Anyway, Dr. Brief, not really much to be said here. He's just your typical mad scientist character. Like he's just a dude with glasses and a lab coat. Like there's not much else to be said. Please tell me because I need to know.
Very like traditional 50s stereotype. Yeah, very much. Let's see, what is her name? Oh, no, that's definitely not her name. Her name is yeah, you're right. You were right, Panshi.
Panshi, right?
Panshi,
yeah, I knew it.
Yep. Is the mother of Tights and Bulma.
Tights, right? That's the one that I was forgetting. Oh my god.
Who the fuck is Tights?
Tights is their little sister. I feel like she's the younger sibling, I remember.
Bulma has a sister?
I think so. And it's like a tiny child. Like, it's like very young. And like Dr. Brief is an old ass man, and Panshi is not old by any means.
Definitely like 23.
Yeah.
Like,
bet? Alright, whatever. Anyway, Dr. Brief has made a replica of Goku's spaceship, which he crash landed to Earth with in Dragon Ball to begin with.
oh yeah, holy shit, I remember her.
With which includes a gravity chamber to train in on his way to Namek. Goku immediately blasts off for the planet.
Huh. Oh, you learn something new every day.
You learn something new every time you decide to recap a series from the 90s.
Yeah, I definitely put Tights DBZ in my Google search history, and a lot of different...
Make sure safe search is on.
Yeah, a few different results than I was looking for came up.
Oh, sweet God.
Yeah, we're not getting into those until the Android saga, but anyway.
Christ. Anyway, we'll get there eventually.
We will get there.
So episode 47, the Nameks versus Frieza, which I'm going to just go ahead and rename the Namekians versus Frieza, or Nameks Defense, or...
Yeah, it's weird. They call them the Nameks for a long time, and then they just switched to Namekians.
Yeah, it's weird, but like they call them... I don't know, maybe it's
They switch back and forth.
Yeah, because that's the thing, is like Namekian Elder, but like, I guess it's kind of like Mongol and Mongolian. I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima, so
Right.
like that's kind of what's on the mind. Like Mongol is like people who specifically are like, I don't know. We're gonna move on. Anyway, the Ocean dub title is Surprise Attack. The Elder's target was the Scouters.
Which was a fucking smart move, and I want to talk about that a little later. But is that the rest of the titles?
Just be careful. Don't.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
that's the whole title. But be careful. You don't want to skip ahead a few episodes.
Well, it's in the episode title. I can talk about that.
I did, but I don't know if we're going to get into it. So we're going to check and see. You can't talk about a plot point until we get to the next episode,
Gotcha.
just in case.
Thanks.
The evil Frieza and his henchmen try to persuade the Namekian elder of the village to hand over the Dragon Ball by killing most of the villagers. Gohan, who can't watch innocent Namekians get murdered anymore, is about to fly in and save them when 3 more Namekians appear.
Yeah, this was nuts, by the way.
These 3 are strong enough to defeat Frieza's weaker henchmen, so the evil tyrant sends one of his best fighters, Dodoria.
Also, it's really funny to hear Frieza's voice in this, because this is his, 2005 Funimation voice. This isn't Chris Ayres, who's the current voice, who actually sounds like, Frieza. He sounds like fucking Hannibal Lecter now. But he's like, I'm Frieza, yes, this, and that. This is like when I thought Frieza was a woman back in 2005.
Right, yeah. I also was... I was also of that opinion, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that Frieza. And I kind of love it. It's really funny to listen to that now. And then Dodoria just sounds like a fucking 2-pack-a-day trucker.
Christ.
It really does. Which one of you's gonna die first?
You got a purdy mouth. All right. Episode 48. Escape from Dodoria, otherwise known as the Hunted, or... I'm sorry. Gohan in Peril, or... okay, it's not or, because it's still the Ocean dub title. Gohan in Peril, a pursuing Dodoria summons death. All right.
I did that in Yu-Gi-Oh once.
Yeah, you sure did.
Man, before you continue, I'm just gonna
Go on.
I'm just gonna derail this topic.
Sure.
I really want to give Dodoria a sword. Mm-hmm. And it's just Dodoria.
You really had to be wielding the Triforce of Courage to make that joke, buddy.
Absolutely. Either that or, just put Dedoo's face. I said Dodoria. I think that's going to happen tomorrow while I'm at work. I think a good use of my time is creating Dodoria.
Dodoria! All right. Here we go. I'd like to formally tender my resignation to the podcast. Dodoria steps in to fight and easily kills the Namekian warriors, because that's why he was sent in there in the first place. With no other choice, the Elder gives the 5th ball to Frieza, but despite the cooperation, he, meaning the Elder, and a Namekian boy named Cargo are killed. Before Dodoria can finish off the last Namekian boy...
Hold on one fucking second. They had the name of this kid who was on screen for 45 seconds, but they didn't have the names of the 2 fake Namekians from 3 episodes back?
No, this is all they got.
Fuck?
Cargo. Cargo gets top billing here.
Damn, he gets shipped.
Yeah. Before Dodoria can finish off the last Namekian boy, Gohan loses control and steps in to save him. He grabs the boy and takes off. With Krillin at his side, Dodoria speeds off after them. Cargo. Is this this isn't Dende, right? This is way too early for that.
No, the kid that Gohan grabbed is in fact Dende.
So why the fuck is his name Cargo on here?
That was Dende's brother.
Oh, okay.
There were 2 kids, and one of them was like Dende, but with a yellow shirt on.
Before he can finish off the last Namekian boy, right? So that's Dende. Okay. All right. Cool. Bet. All right. Episode 49. Secrets revealed, or the prince fights back.
Oh no.
Here we are again. With Ocean dub titles absolutely making a mockery of the plot points of the episode, with Dodoria dies by explosion, Vegeta's fearsome shockwave.
Why would you just give that away?
Remember when they just said Yamcha dies? Like, that's it. They're just out of the gate with it.
So good.
Right.
Oh, you did say I can't talk about plot points until the episode later. So
Go on.
I do want to talk about that previous
Go ahead.
episode for a
Yeah,
second.
dude, go ahead.
That idea where the old man was destroying the scouters, he destroyed the 2 scouters of the weaker henchmen, and I believe Zarbon's scouter. And that was fucking brilliant. Like, that was amazing. Because the whole thing about the scouters is, you know how like Goku and Gohan and Krillin and now Vegeta can sense energy
Yeah.
and shit like that? They just know where people are. None of Frieza's people can do that. So
Yeah, it's definitely leg up. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what the scouters were for. They were the machined versions of that. So by destroying those, they crippled Frieza's ability to find anybody else on the planet at all.
Good looks, boys.
Which was amazing. And I thought that was a really cool thing. But at the same time, Frieza's a fucking intergalactic dictator.
Yeah.
Couldn't he just have a fucking stockpile of those things? And not only that, can he just like FedEx that shit?
You fucking next day that?
Like, you think Frieza doesn't have an Amazon Prime?
No, I don't. Not in 1990.
Okay, the equivalent of an Amazon Prime. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Man, what would the Dragon Ball Z Amazon Prime be? What do you think?
Didn't they have Amazons in Dragon Ball?
They did have
Am I
Amazons.
like tripping? Yeah. It would just
did.
be whichever one was the leader. And just it would
there's gotta-
still be Amazon, but it would be like with an E at the end,
There's got
probably.
to be something more fun. I feel like Cell would run that. Cell's a fantastic businessman.
By using Tien's folder flare technique, Krillin, Gohan, and the Namekian boy Dende are able to escape from Dodoria. As the pink alien tries to get back to Frieza, Vegeta shows up ready to settle the score between him and Dodoria. Dodoria is taken by surprise by Vegeta's new strength, and the Saiyan prince easily overpowers him. Oh, right, this is when he, like, takes his arms and, like, just twists them the opposite way around. Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah, man.
Pleading for his life, Dodoria barters information for his freedom. He tells Vegeta that it was actually Frieza, not an asteroid that destroyed Planet Frieza. Ooh.
Planet Vegeta.
Planet Vegeta. Our second shout out to Planet Vegeta before any real context.
My son, the planet, or me?
Yes. Friggin' smartass. So Frieza was actually the one that destroyed Vegeta's homeworld. Although taken aback at this new revelation, Vegeta kills Dodoria anyway, because that's kind of his brand.
Yeah, I would say so. And not only that, but if we go back to when Vegeta killed Kui, which he did, by the way, I don't know if we said that, he fucking murked Kui. So what happened was with Kui, Kui said he's like, yo, we can team up. We can fight Frieza. You and me, we can team up. And then Vegeta's like, yeah, I'm buying that shit. So he kills Kui, and Dodoria tries the same shit. So he's just like, yeah, anybody who says that is fucking lying to me.
Vegeta can't be bought, man.
Like, Vegeta's just like, you all try this shit. So no. So he just,
It's like, yeah,
murders,
really? No, bomb.
absolutely murks Dodoria. And
Yeah.
it was amazing.
If I remember correctly, he just, like, fucking blows him up.
Yeah, Dodoria's like flying away, and he's just like, steady, and pop.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, episode 50. We're already 10 episodes in. A collision course or unexpected problem or escape from a burning planet. A life or death Kamehameha.
oh yeah, I remember this. This was a fun episode. It was kind of like a weird filler episode because it was plot relevant, but it also wasn't. So it was, I don't know, man. Like, Goku's training on his way, and he's doing the stupid thing where he's training at gravity and more intense gravity. And what happens is Dr. Briefs calls him and says, "Hey, so you got a problem with your ship, buddy. You gotta go out and you gotta fix it." And Goku's like, "I am stupid."
I really wish that was the dialogue. We should redub Dragon Ball Z.
I would have loved that.
We would really kill it.
I think that'd be so fun.
Okay.
Just have to record me doing 6 lines of Frieza henchmen and just recycle them forever. But so, yeah, well, so Dr. Briefs goes, yeah, you got a problem with your ship. You got to go outside and you got to fix it. Goku's like, I'm an idiot. How do I do that? So Dr. Briefs is like, here's a spaceship or a spacesuit, and here's 5 convenient tiles with space glue trademarked. So he goes out and he like magnetizes himself to the end of the ship because he's got magnet boots on. This is pretty fucking cool. So Goku like glues the tile that was, jettisoned from the ship.
Jettisoned. Good word.
Yeah, it just fucking knocked
It's like
off
when you
the
dropped
ship.
auspices in the Halo podcast.
I love my SAT words.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So what happens is he glues the tile in, and he's like, "Yeah, I did it, cool." And Dr. Briefs is like, "Yo, because you got hit by some small asteroid or something, you got slightly knocked off course, so you have to readjust." And that's actually like scientific. That shit fucking happens. So
Bet.
that was kind of cool. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, but guess what? You're hurtling directly into a sun." And it's like, okay, good. So Goku's like, all right, so I got to get back inside. He looks down and he glued his fucking boot to the side of the fucking ship.
Absolutely genius.
Like, come on, man.
The savior of the earth, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Big head, no thoughts.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
then he steps on the other fucking tubes of glue and glues his other foot to the side of the ship.
You got to be kidding me.
No, this is true. This is entirely true. So he's like, all right, obviously I'm not getting back inside, so here's what we're going to do. He hits the sun with a Kamehameha blast, and it, like, propels the ship out of the orbit for a second. And then it just gets shot right back in. So, because, gravity. So what happens is he does it again, but he does it stronger, TM, this time.
You can't see it at home, but my eyes are literally rolling back in my head.
So he does it again and he launches himself out of the orbit. And then we get this really funny shot of like him inside the ship again, and he's training, just back at training. But we get a shot of his boots like still glued to the side of the ship. Like he took the boots off. Mm-hmm. How did he take the fucking boots off?
I don't know, man. I just there's so much about this that I'm just like forced to swallow, like
I
this.
don't get it. How did he take the boots off?
Okay.
So anyway,
When
that's the weird
Vegeta's
part.
stronger. Vegeta is stronger.
Yeah, I don't know any of the Namek parts of this episode.
And Frieza's afoot. Krillin is having doubts if he and the others will be able to collect the Dragon Balls. Bulma hears from her father that Goku's already on his way to Namek. Meanwhile, Goku is training aboard his spaceship at 20 times the Earth's gravity.
Yeah.
Well less than, I think well more than when he was training with King Kai.
Yes, that's 10 times gravities when he was training with King Kai. So.
Suddenly, an asteroid collides with his ship, as Colton spoiled for us earlier, which aims it directly into a star. Goku is forced to summon every ounce of strength that he has in order to blast the ship back on
wasn't
course.
every ounce of strength.
No, probably not.
He was fine afterward.
Talk to me when Season 7 Goku hits.
Talk to me, Kaioken times 200.
Exactly. No longer needing a scouter to sense energy, Vegeta quickly finds the next Dragon Ball. Vegeta threatens the Elder, and another Namekian jumps in to protect his Elder and dies. So, Vegeta seems to have the Elder on a leash and tried to kill him, and somebody took the fall for him.
Yes. I mean, Vegeta goes to this village and he tries to get the Dragon Ball because his plan at this point is like, fucking Frieza's got like 4 of these things. If I can just get one, Frieza can't make his wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So his whole plan was to get the Dragon Ball and hide it somewhere where only he knew where it was. Because Frieza's knowing to look at all these villages and to go to all these village elders. So if he takes it away from the village elder and hides it somewhere else, it'll be so much harder to fucking find. So That's what he does. And obviously the villagers are like, no, we hear a fucking gang of murderers is coming around and killing everybody for the Dragon Ball. So fucking absolutely not. We're not giving you the fucking Dragon Ball. And Vegeta's like, okay, I really wasn't asking. So, so
don't need your permission.
yeah,
not gonna lie.
just fucking kills everyone in the village except one guy. And we find out a little later.
Oh, fuck.
And he's just like, I would take the Dragon Ball and toss it in the fucking lake. And that's what happened.
Classic.
So, is there anything else on that episode before I go on and spoil likely the next 2.5?
Hey, Colton, just a quick update. You already have.
Great!
Because in episode 51, I'm actually laughing more at the Funimation dub title, actually, this one. So I'm gonna fucking break rank here.
Do it, go for it.
So the Ocean dub title is Courage Times 100, The Warriors Gathered Under Kaio.
Okay. All right. Oh, I know what that is. That's when all the Z Warriors meet King Kai.
True.
So.
True. And the Funimation title is Stay Away from Frieza, Vegeta Has a Ball.
Yes! I remember seeing that and I was like, that's
Why does Vegeta have a ball?
I'm having a ball. Oh man, that's a good title. That's a fantastic title. I love when the Funimation titles get cheeky with it. So that's the one where Vegeta's like, this is my ball now. And he hucks it in a lake. And, that's as you do with the Dragon Balls, because they're fucking damn near indestructible.
So as we heard, Vegeta wipes out an entire village and takes the Dragon Ball. He then hides the Dragon Ball in the water nearby for safekeeping. So Vegeta's like, eat a dick, Frieza. Sensing the nearby destruction, Krillin and Gohan deduce that Vegeta has found the 6th Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Which he has. With only one left, Dende and Krillin take off towards the Namekian leader Guru. It is this eldest Namekian who holds the 7th Dragon Ball. Meanwhile, King Kai tells Goku that his friends have made it to his place and to not face Frieza.
Goku, your friends are here!
Goku, your friends are here to visit.
He sounds like he's got like marbles in his mouth at all times. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear it like Goku, you're...
Sean Shem will just shove peeps in his mouth.
Yeah. You have to catch Gregory. Oh man, that's so fucking funny. So yeah, the Z Fighters go up and they start to train with King Kai, and obviously, Goku comes back, he's stronger than hell, he's able to beat Vegeta, so obviously Yamcha's up there like, I need to do something, like, I lost to a plant, so I need to do something. So they're training with King Kai, they're doing the whole Bubbles thing, chasing Bubbles and chasing Gregory.
Right.
And
the shit that Goku was doing in season 1.
Yeah. So, do I go on? Do I dare go on? Lest I break the episode barrier here?
I don't know. Listen, you know what? Why don't you go off and we'll see what happens.
See, that's in episode 78, actually.
Actually.
Dude, I was actually watching, so, remember how I plugged Funimation before?
Sure.
I'm gonna shit on them now.
Oh, shit.
So,
okay.
They are
I guess they won't be sponsoring
They're
us.
a fantastic anime providing service, but their media player is just the most garbage thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I was watching episode 50, and then I hit the next button, and it shot me to episode 78.
I'm sorry?
I'm like, what?
This is actually how the narrative gets told.
What the fuck? So I went back and I went to the episode list and I went to 51, and then the next button disappeared.
Nice.
After that, so I'm like, all right, I gotta go back. And then it shot me to episode 81. And I'm like, guys, that's not even in the same season.
Funimation, what are you up to?
Guys! Dude? So I'm like, okay. But yeah, so where were we?
Where were we? This man who is skipping episodes has the guff, the audacity
No,
Anyway,
we're using
we're on
Audition,
episode.
actually.
What's that?
We're using Audition. We're not using Audacity.
Sometimes I wish that you didn't. All right, we have
Me
episode
too.
52.
Okay.
Stay. Oh man, this one's a coin toss. This one's a coin toss on the titles. I don't know, man. Stay away from Frieza, the past and future, or listen to me, Goku. Hands off Frieza. Again, misspelled.
This is amazing because I remember this whole episode like this is just King Kai trying to convince Goku not to fight the most powerful enemy in the universe, and it's literally like putting a fucking frosted animal cookie blizzard in front of me and being like, "Don't eat it."
You literally, you really housed that blizzard. This man got a large blizzard and just
Absolutely.
chugged it like his life depended on it.
They call me the Blizzard Wizard, but like.
It is 10 minutes into tomorrow. You cannot be doing this.
I know. I'm really putting the strain on you today. I'm sorry. I'm like in rare form.
Dude, are you
tonight.
kidding me? You're literally providing me an air-conditioned place to sleep. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
But like, it's just so fucking funny that like King Kai knowing Goku,
Right.
like, and he was trying to keep like, do you know like
Knowing what a complete moron Goku is.
absolutely like. Do you ever like have a super young member of your family, like a niece or nephew, or like
Yes.
a really young cousin?
I have two of them, yeah.
And like, you know, you just got your brand new Nintendo Switch, right? And it's just for you. That's your Switch that you get to play Smash Brothers on. But if they find out that you have one, all hell is going to break loose. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be on that shit like flies on poop. Like, it's just that. So what happens is King Kai is like, oh God, Frieza's on this planet, and that's where Goku's going. I can't have him fighting fucking Frieza. So like he had to like dance around it. Like, you can't go to here, you can't go there, don't go there, don't go here. Just get Vegeta, get the Dragon Balls, and get the fuck off that planet. Like, and I think Yamcha spilled it. He's like, "Why? Is there someone super powerful there?" And King Kai's like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me, right?" And then Goku's like, "Is there King Kai?" And then he's like, "Yeah, he's like, get fucking whatever. His name is Frieza, but don't fucking fight him." And Goku's like,
I'm gonna fight him.
I'm gonna do it." And King Kai's like, "Don't you do it?" And Goku's like, "I'm gonna do it."
Yeah, that was one of the, I think that was this one, because he says stay away from Frieza is the name of the episode.
Yeah, and then even Piccolo, because Yamcha, Tien, and Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo are like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna go fight Frieza. Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "No, you will all get fucking decimated. Absolutely not." And he's like, he made each one of them promise King Kai that they're not gonna go fight Frieza. And Piccolo's just like, eh. Like, he's just like, he definitely promised, but he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, in the very
Mood.
in the next thought bubble, he's like, yeah, he's fucking crazy if he thinks I'm like holding to that. So,
All right. So let's recontextualize everything that you just said. So as Goku steps up his training, King Kai tells him that Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo have come to train with him. However, King Kai has discovered that Frieza is on Namek and warns Goku not to go near him. Back on Namek, as Krillin and Dende head towards the eldest Namek, or Namekian, Zarbon, one of Frieza's high-level... Zarbon. One of Frieza's high-level... I don't like the noise you just made. I just want to put that on record, that I really wish that noise didn't just come out of your body. Anyhow, back on Namek, finds Vegeta and intends to destroy him. This is Zarbon. Vegeta shows off his newfound strength. He's a newborn. He's newfound strength by easily beating Zarbon up. However, Zarbon claims he has a trick up his sleeve. End of episode.
yeah, it's,
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, we do find that out in the very next episode. Also, can I point something out real quick? Like, what is with Akira Toriyama and his, like, designs of, like, you know, villains with briefs? Do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
Like, Zarbon, Captain Ginyu, Jace, Frieza, they're literally just wearing fucking Speedos.
Okay, all right. Well, like, you know, don't sweat the technique. Like, don't. They look great.
It's space.
It's space. True.
That's
Look,
a terrible attire
Space-
for intergalactic battle.
Listen, man, space shrinkage, it's a thing no matter what you're wearing.
It's cold up there.
It's cold.
It's cold up there, but I just like, come on, guys.
Episode 53.
At least Raccoon's got shorts on.
Raccoon does have shorts on.
Something better than space Speedos, please. But yeah, man. So episode 53.
Oh, now you're ready?
Yeah, now I'm ready. Sorry, I'm done with my space Speedos
Space
diatribe.
Speedo? Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad you got that out.
It's not the hill I'm trying to die on today.
Yeah, it's one I might die on. Episode 53. Zarbon transformed, a.k.a. Zarbon's surprise. This
Oh, I don't like the sound
may
of that.
be the worst Ocean Dub title I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
I want to get all the words
How do you
right.
make Zarbon's surprise word? That sounds like a sex move.
Zarbon's surprise, Urban Dictionary, get on that.
That sounds like a D&D Kama Sutra. Like,
Zarbon's surprise. You can get that at your local Wallow's Wacky Wares. Shout out to Connor. Anyway, so the Ocean Dub title is Nothing But Goosebumps, the handsome warrior Zarbon's devilish transformation.
Ugh.
Nothing but goosebumps. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, realizing he's no
Yikes.
match for Vegeta's increased power, Zarbon, who claimed he had a trick up his sleeve last time, has no choice but to reveal his true power, transforming into a hideous reptilian beast. I remember this.
Yes.
Zarbon is objectively attractive as far as
he's like
aliens go.
He's like a pretty boy. You know?
He is, yeah. Very, very typical pretty boy villain, but then he, just becomes an alligator for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's pretty weird.
He actually has a really cool line when he does this in the Funimation dub. He's like, you've been dealing with the beauty this whole time. Now here comes the beast. And I'm
Nice.
like, that's kind of fucking cool. All right, we're good. I liked Zarbon as a villain. He was fun. But that was a really cool thing just to see Vegeta get his fucking shit pushed in after just, it really puts it into perspective just how strong the people in Frieza's employee enslavement are.
Yikes.
I don't know if they're employed. You know what I mean? I think they're just under threat of life.
Maybe it's he's a prince, right? So maybe it's a servitude thing.
I know the Ginyu Force is paid.
The Ginyu Force is paid. They're mercenaries.
They're 100% mercenaries.
Yeah.
But that's a King Cold thing.
Yeah.
But who we find out about with way later.
Too much. Much too much. Roll it back.
Way too much.
Roll it back. So
that's a little taste.
In Zarbon's new form, he is more powerful and he begins to pound Vegeta. Rule 34 artists,
Yes,
take
he
that as you
does.
will. With a mighty stroke, Rule 34 artists, take that as you will. He blasts Vegeta, Rule 34 artists, take that as you will, to the bottom of a lake, and he is presumed dead. So, Zarbon goes... What's that?
Nut.
Nut? You programmed that into your soundboard.
Yeah, man, I really did. It's, hang on, I got a longer one.
Nut.
There you go. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/CEasySpecial.
I don't know what to do with you. Except go on to episode 54. Okay. How are we doing on time? I am running low on my cult intolerance for the night. I'm kidding.
You
You're
go for about 10 more minutes.
providing me a space to sleep. It's all good. All right. So the eldest Namek, aka Guru's Gift, or Defend the Star of Hope, Kieran's astonishing power-up. Kieran is the Japanese version of Krillin.
Yeah, it's really weird because it's on his hat.
Kieran?
He has it on his hat, and I remember as a kid looking at that and being like, "That's a weird way to spell Krillin," and it's like Kulilin or something like that.
It is spelled Kurirrin.
That's so weird. Because, like, in the Funimation, it's L's.
Yeah, well, that's pretty common in English to Japanese translation.
Yeah,
like I've been watching a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recently, which is really good. I'm enjoying it so far. But Dio has a stand called The World, whose power is to stop time. And in the Japanese dub, every single time he uses the stop time, he has to call it The World Stop Time. So he very famously, I'm going to back away from the mic for this one. So every single time he uses it, he goes, The World! Oh!
It's amazing.
So all the L's are R's and all the R's are L's when you translate back and forth, I think.
It's super weird. Yeah, because the Japanese don't have an L sound.
That's true.
It's so strange.
So, once they finally arrive at their destination, Krillin and Dende meet the eldest Namek Guru and his bodyguard, Nail, who closely resembles Piccolo. So Piccolo and
It's
Nail...
literally like a fucking clone.
carbon copy. The wise old Namekian gives Krillin the last Dragon Ball, and upon seeing that he is pure-hearted, unlike Frieza, also awakens hidden powers within him. So Krillin gets a buff, which is
Yes,
dope.
he does.
As Krillin heads back to the others, Zarbon informs Frieza that he has killed Vegeta.
I want to see the Krillin patch notes.
Buff Krillin. As
Krillin's
Krillin...
new trailer buffed.
Yo, Krillin for Smash. As Krillin heads back to the others, Zarbon informs Frieza that he has killed Vegeta. When Vegeta finds out that Zarbon only assumes that Vegeta is dead, he makes him go back and find Vegeta to make sure. Zarbon arrives at their battle site, pulls Vegeta out of the water, and brings him back onto Frieza's ship. Dende arrives and tells Nail what has happened. Please pause the podcast. I have to urinate. Alright, episode 55. Piccolo versus everyone, or Get Vegeta, otherwise known as Back from the Brink of Death, the Miracle Man, Vegeta.
Oh, dude.
Vegeta the Miracle Man,
I
baby.
just imagine him in like a sequin suit. Just
Right.
like, oh, I love that.
I'm personally seeing him as Mr. Miracle from DC.
Good shit.
That's all I can
Very
see
good
right
shit.
now. As Goku trains harder for Namek, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu complete King Kai's first test, which is chasing bubbles? Right.
Monkey.
Okay. Even though Piccolo helps out on the Piccolo helps out on the second test. So Piccolo's not partaking in this shit.
Piccolo like caught bubbles in 2 seconds. Like he's just like
He's so wildly competent compared to all
Yeah.
the other Z fighters.
because he fucking just takes his goddamn time. Mm-hmm. Like it's just Piccolo is just there. He has common sense.
This is a wild plot point. Back on Namek, Frieza's men are working to revive Vegeta, which I don't know why you would do.
I know exactly why. They're
Okay,
doing that.
enlighten me.
Because this is after Zarbon had kicked the shit out of Vegeta, right? So what
Yes.
happened is Frieza wants to know where the Dragon Balls are.
Okay.
Who do you think would know that information? You know, what I mean?
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
Okay, bet.
So
All right, that makes sense to me now.
There's a fun thing about that. Remember how I said when Vegeta went and killed all the villagers, but he didn't kill one of them?
Yes.
Fucking one of Frieza's guys goes back. And this is actually this was before this episode, so we find that out. I'm not skipping ahead. Remember, Zarbon goes back to report to Frieza that Vegeta's been killed. And he's just like, I saw him go into the water and he didn't come back out and no one could have survived a fall for that. And Frieza's just like, so what you're telling me is
You didn't confirm the kill.
you didn't confirm the kill.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta
Zarbon's
confirm the
like,
kill.
uh-oh. So
You gotta
he's like,
confirm the kill.
exactly. He's like, oh no. So he's like, so Vegeta could very well be alive with my Dragon Balls and you didn't confirm that? Is he alive, Zarbon? And he's like, I don't know, Frieza. And Frieza's like, he fucking better be, because I need that information.
You get your ass back out
He's
there.
like, you
Zarbon.
get your ass back out there and get him and heal him, and we need to get that information. So he goes and finds Vegeta crawling out of the hole and brings him back to heal him. Meanwhile, one of Frieza's henchmen stumbles upon the village that Vegeta had taken over. So that henchman found the one Namekian that's still alive.
Oh, the one that he didn't kill.
Yes, and it was like, what happened here? And he's like, oh, a spiky-haired dude came here and killed everybody. And the henchman's like, oh, it's Vegeta, fucking Vegeta. So he's like, all right, I've heard enough. And he kills the Namekian that's on the ground. And he goes back to report it to Frieza, and he's like, "Sir, I just came back from the village that Vegeta ransacked. The Dragon Ball isn't there, and all the villagers are dead. I saw one there, but I killed him. You know, I finished him off, you know, like you would have wanted." And Frieza's like, "So what you're telling me is you killed the only witness."
Yeah. Zarbon be fucking up left and right.
Well, this wasn't Zarbon. This was another henchman.
Oh, okay.
This is like just a foot soldier. I don't think it even has a fucking name. So, like...
You don't even have a name tag.
He's literally just like, you killed the only witness in that village. After Zarbon just told me that Vegeta is still alive... Okay, dokie. So he just kills the guy that killed,
fucking canned, bro.
Just canned him immediately. And then he's like, "Do you see that, Zarbon? That's going to be you if I don't have Vegeta here within the hour." Do I make myself clear?
True.
The abridged version of that scene was not too different than what actually happened.
Sometimes it doesn't really differ that much.
He's like, "That's you, Zarbon. If Vegeta is not here within the hour, do you hear me?" He's like, "Goodbye."
Exactly. Okay. This is stupid.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I don't know what kind of... It seems that Frieza doesn't have the best staff.
No, Frieza does not have the best staff.
Yeah, not very good.
Until the Ginyu Force shows up. And even then, they're kind of...
Vegeta... Okay, so episode 56, Vegeta revived or Zarbon's mission, or an enormous battle power. Frieza's scheme is shattered. Vegeta has recovered, and with no one watching him, he breaks out of his medical chamber and hides. He just broke out. No one gave a shit. That's Colton repeatedly banging his head into the mic.
So what happened with that was...
Okay.
There was a doctor.
Go on.
And he was there. And he's like, "Oh, the vital signs are not reading anything. Oh, Vegeta, you're never going to be conscious again." And he's like, "Yeah, I hope that you get conscious so I can see Frieza torture you." And all of a sudden his fucking eyes open and he blasts out of the thing. No explanation for that. He's just like, "Yeah, fuck you." So he just like stomps on the doctor's head and just hides. He's just like, "All right, cool. I'm just going to distract everybody." Frieza and Zarbon are running towards the medical bay, obviously.
Right.
So they're like, "What the fuck just happened?"
We have an asset out of containment.
Absolutely. Like SCP up in this bitch. Containment breach. So, you know, Vegeta is a fucking cryptid. Let's be real.
That hair.
So he goes into the throne room? Question mark? I mean, that's where Frieza was. I think that's where Frieza was. It was like
I don't see it
the
here.
bridge, like the main bridge. And that's where the Dragon Balls are. And Vegeta's like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me. He left the Dragon Balls unguarded. Come on, guys." So he makes a distraction and Frieza and Zarbon start running towards it. And he blasts a hole through the window and just hucks all 5 Dragon Balls out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "They're mine now."
Yeah, that's here, I think.
Yeah. So this is probably like 2 episodes ahead based on
Knowing
my
you,
previous
yeah.
track record. But that's what happens with that. And, you know.
All right. Vegeta creates a diversion to get Frieza and Zarbon away from the 5 Dragon Balls. He goes into the main control room, not the throne room.
Well, the bridge.
Main control
The bridge.
the deck that contains the Dragon Balls, blasts a hole in the ship, and escapes. Furious over the loss of the Dragon Balls and the fact that Vegeta is still alive, Frieza orders Zarbon to find Vegeta and the Dragon Balls in 1 hour or else he will die. So that's, you've got this much time. Vegeta finds a suitable hiding spot for the 5 Dragon Balls. He knows that Frieza and his henchmen have no scouters and can't sense energy signals, so they won't be able to find the 5 balls without combing the entire surface of the planet. So yeah, I mean, Vegeta just really pulls like just an absolutely pro gamer move here.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. And then he goes and he finds all the Dragon Balls and he's like, "Look at that! I threw them all in the exact fucking same spot. Sign me up for the fucking Namekian bowling team up in this bitch." So like it was
Namekian bowling
because you know they fucking had one when they got to Earth. So they did actually, which is kind of fun. But yeah, man, that was one of the cool parts of that episode, that you see Frieza just so fucking mad and flustered because, you know, he is also just a being in the universe. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. He's no longer that invincible, unshakable Frieza. Now he's just like...
Even gods can bleed sometimes.
He's just so fucking pissed off. I just love it. It's just like he's just so viscerally mad.
I am microscopically incensed.
I'm just a little bit absolutely
Damn
livid.
it. I was absolutely about to quote that. Anyway, episode 57, aka known as A Heavy Burden or Gohan the Hunted, or in the Ocean dub title, I'm back to my old self again. Goku under 100 times super gravity. Super gravity.
As opposed to the normal gravity.
Tell me what the fuck that means. Honestly, you know what? In the comments, someone tell me, please. Like, I gotta know. What the fuck is a super 100 times super gravity? Is that 100 times regular gravity, thus making it super gravity? Or is it 100 times super gravity, thus making it like 200 times regular gravity? Akira Toriyama at me. Gohan suddenly senses an energy signal from the village that Vegeta destroyed earlier and goes to check it out. Krillin arrives back at the cave to give Bulma the good news. However, Zarbon and Vegeta followed him because he's a moron. They see that he has a Dragon Ball and they decide to fight each other for it. Zarbon thinks that the fight will be easy as it was the last time, but he doesn't know that a Saiyan's strength increases after he recovers from injury, and Vegeta makes short work of him. So Zarbon and Vegeta fight one another for the Dragon Ball. They duke it out together, and since Vegeta got so fucked up, apparently Saiyans have super healing plus buff healing. I don't understand. But
yeah, essentially what happens is
Vegeta wins.
Yeah, like imagine like you get, beaten up to the edge of your life, that kind of, beating gets added on to your max energy. So when you heal, it just kind of like overheals you.
Just like takes the ceiling.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like imagine you have like a bar of health, right? And then you get knocked
It's like an
down.
overshield in Halo, yeah.
Yeah, and then you get knocked down to this. So that whole chunk that you lost gets added to the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like some of your Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway. So Vegeta kills Zarbon when he takes Krillin's Dragon Ball back to where he hid the other 5. Meanwhile, Goku's ship, Goku's on the way to Namek, Goku's ship hits a magnetic storm, which makes the gravity machine malfunction, causing it to increase the gravity to 100 times normal.
Yeah, this was a fucked up scene in this show, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was really fucked up.
Was it dark?
It was really dark.
Tell me more.
So essentially what happens is Goku's hanging from the fucking ceiling by like a cable tie because he's doing sit-ups, as you will. So he's doing sit-ups there, and all of a sudden the gravity gets turned up to 100, and he's like, I can't move. What the fuck? I can't be this tired. Like, what am I doing? So Dr. Briefs, comes down, and he's like, you're at 100 times gravity, my dude. And Goku's like, what? So he's just like, yeah, you're flying through an electromagnetic storm, and it's fucking with the gravitron machine. So you just gotta ride it out.
Gravitron.
That's literally what it's called.
No, it isn't.
It is absolutely
no,
called
it
the
is
gravitron.
not. Pull over. It's the gravitron. Oh god,
It's called the
I don't know why
gravitron.
I'm surprised. Move on.
So he's like, it's fucking with the gravitron. So you just gotta ride it out, and just wait out the storm. And he's like, how long is that gonna take? He's like, about an hour. He's like, I will be dead.
Right.
if this is to continue for an hour.
But he eventually breaks from that.
He does, but not before breaking every bone in his fucking body. What? Yeah. So the gravitron is like fluctuating. It's fluctuating like sometimes like 80, then it's 70, then it's like 60. So he has to time it randomly when he's going to go up and try and, upright himself. So it goes down to like 60 and he's like, fuck it, I can do this. I'm going to just lurch up and grab hold of this cable, Mm-hmm. So he does that. And then as he grabs it, it lurches to 100% gravity. And it rips his hands apart.
Oh my god!
Because it's a metal, like, bridge cable.
Holy shit!
And it's like, like when you get like rope burn. Like,
oh my god!
But like on a metal cable at 100 times normal gravity. So you see the blood coming off of his hands.
Way.
And then,
no good.
like, because this is the worst part. This is the worst part.
I need you to know that the review does not mention this at all.
There's a fucking reason. So he tries it again, and he gets knocked off the cable, and because he's thrown to the ground as he's hanging from his fucking ankles, so he gets thrown down, and the force that he gets thrown down with, it breaks his entire lower body.
Yikes.
And you see the blood and the breakage everywhere. It is horrible. And oh my god, there's blood everywhere.
I'm looking through the rest of these episodes, and it does not mention it at all.
It is fucking terrible.
The last sentence for episode 57 is, though he can barely move, Goku sees this as a new challenge and begins to train under the intense gravity. No fucking rope burn was mentioned. No broken bones.
Does. That's true. What you just
Holy
read
shit.
is true. So, he finally gets himself free, and he, fucking inchworms his way up to the Gravitron and smacks it with his fucking face.
Yeah, that sounds like
Because,
Goku.
this is the only thing he can move. So, he's like, holy shit, every bone in my fucking body is broken. And he just goes over to the bag of sensu beans and face smacks one out, and just
Tasmanian devils, that shit.
Tasmanian devils that shit. And remember when Patrick was eating the cookies at SpongeBob's grandma's house?
The vacuum.
Yeah, he just does that for one of the beans, and you know how that fucking goes. You know, just
senzu bean is a complete full restore.
That's it.
Back to full health, yeah.
I can't imagine the adverse side effects of a sensu bean, but it's fine.
No.
Absolutely none of them. So that fucking happened.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I had to watch that 3 times because I'm like, did that actually fucking happen? There's a lot of blood in that show.
Yeah, it's pretty strange, man. Okay, so I think this will probably be our last episode.
Yeah,
because
we'll
from here on, it gets a little weird with.
Oh yeah, from here
with the episodes.
Okay,
there's dashes, and there's a whole lot of nonsense that we'll deal with next time. Next time. Do it. Go ahead.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Right. You know what? I'll take it.
Okay, we can do it
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, thank God.
We'll talk episode
voice.
58.
My fucking voice can't take anymore.
We had to pause when I went to the bathroom so he could drink water.
Oh, God. I'm just going to
continued to do voices even afterwards.
I'm going to go house an entire jar of honey. It's just...
Make your ass some tea, baby.
Chris Sabat, how do you fucking do it? How do you be Vegeta constantly?
Vegeta. All right. Well, I mean, I think so far what we're up to in season 2, definitely a little bit more cohesive narrative than season 1.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! When we eventually come back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City was a totally different game they were playing.
You definitely hold up Battle City as very good.
I called it as the standard for what Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be played because they were playing a totally fucking different game. Kaiba took the whole game and was this is a fucking broken shit show. So and it's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z. They built out the rules of the world and they really stuck to it a lot of the time.
Yeah, you have to kind of lay the groundwork while kind of stumbling through the plot to get to where you want to go.
Yeah, it's like the last podcast we did.
Oh, Jesus. Good night, everybody.
Good night.